Well, my way of bringing the water back to a repairable um, situation was to scrape off a bunch of paint. You know, as I mentioned, these lines were too long, too continuous, just blah. So, fine. I scraped off the fresh, thick paint, and I can go back into it now and make revisions as I see fit. Another thing compositionally was that I had really, my sort of plan was to paint a few rocks, maybe the edge of a boulder, maybe some foliage, maybe maybe a smaller stump somewhere, all the way back here. And I actually ended up way up here, and that was pretty close in height to this side. Didn't like that. Also, it helped to support and bolster this very strong line here in the sky. That strong line in the sky does not need any help. It stands on its own. I felt the best thing to do was to drop this a little bit. So I dropped the bit of land, and this allows the eye to sort of wander out of the painting, releases the eye. We don't, in this case, I didn't want to capture the eye. I don't want to, have it here and hold it here. And yeah, as we're working towards this, we're actually ending up with more sort of negative space-ish, balancing positive space. That is going to be very strong off in that direction. Just kind of wanted the feeling of going down a bit of a hillside here, and then turning, and then going back down to the water. This dark line, I'm not going to wash that in anymore, or I'm not going to work on that anymore tonight. I'll do that next week. So I'm probably going to drop the water even further and bring it right down to the edge here, in places. And have a little bit of interest here, not much. As you can see, the rocks are in. They follow the same sort of palette as these rocks. They're a bit, what shall I say, toned down, which is good. If I need to bring them up a little bit, I'll save that till the end. Another decision I don't have to make yet, and would prefer to make once the rest of the information is on the painting. I may even, and I keep looking at it, and it may not be needed by the time I'm done the water. In fact, I doubt it'll be needed. But right now it bothers me because I'm seeing too much of this, and it's very strong, and this is just kind of softly heading off. I'm tempted to lay a couple of clouds, sort of horizontal line breaking into this, or fuzzing out this edge even more than it is, hard edge, and then it gets softer. I might even make that softer. We're not going to worry about that. It's just a thought. It would be dumb for me to tackle that right now before I've gone into this area. So, there's another thing. I don't know how you view this at the moment, and it doesn't matter. I don't care what you think. This is all like this. The painting's very much like this right now. And if that were the finished painting, fine, it would bother me too. But I know I have enough faith in what's going to happen. With all the strength that I'm going to lay in here, it's going to pick it right back up, and it's going to cradle, even though it's be fairly strong, it's still going to cradle this area. I added a little more light on these trees in the background. I put in, a couple more indications of trunk. It's going to be fine. Really, it's going to be fine. Talk to you soon.